What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the World Warrior Canada West Top 8 bracket. We are talking all about our Canadian players here. This is presented by Level Up Live and the Wednesday Night Fights team. I'm so glad to be here. My name is Beiruti. I am joined by the great Suika, also known as Drunk Suika. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, though not as drunk as my name would.
Yeah, we gotta call you sober Suika.
Yeah, only in Japan. I have to save how much time I drink because of good old gout. But you know, when in Japan, do as Japan do, and that's get nasty with it. But the only things we're about to see get nasty with it are our players today. Are 7 players actually. Unfortunately, one of our players has chosen to DQ for tonight. That will be Bruce in the bracket. But if you check out this bracket right now, we have some familiar faces, but only 3 familiar faces from our top 8 of our leaderboard, which is Noodle, Nate Banks, and Mike X.
Yeah, just to remind you guys, these players are fighting for a spot at Capcom Cup to represent, and Noodle has the leaderboard. He is on the top of the list. Justin Wong's been sleeping on us. He's been slacking, but he is second place here with Mike X playing third, great with his Luke. We got Galaxy Butter in fourth. Nate Banks rocking his Marissa on that 5th place spot, and Dive and Drive, also known as White Gun, still holding it down at 6th, with Cero Blast at 7th, and Carlos Yu still somehow hanging on to that 8th spot. I love to see it, but all these players again are, you know, fighting for not only some cash prize money, there's a lot of money on the line, but they're fighting for that Capcom Cup Pro Tour final spot. And you know, there's some competition here, man. It's absolutely crazy. Last time here on the Canada side, we had Noodle take it in grand finals right over Nate Banks, which was a bracket reset, but then Noodle had a reverse 3-0. Man, this guy's crazy. We interviewed him, he talked to us, and it's so hard not to root for this guy. He is so humble, he is so nice. I was hoping to get a bit of ferocity out of him.
Yeah, with a more muted flavor like tonkatsu ramen as his favorite like noodle based food. You know he's just there to be stable and good to go whenever. And that's kind of like the feel you get out of his play. He doesn't really take insane risks. He just plays well rounded. And with a character like Cammy, that always comes out. But of course we have some surprises here. Of course, there's no Carlos Yu, there's no Cero Blast, so those players might lose their spot on the top 8 today, depending on who gets on in 3rd place and in 4th place, because the point system here, 4th place gets 30 points and 3rd place gets 35 points. That's enough to knock down those 2 players.
Hey, it's rough, man. It is, you know, these players are fighting for their lives to keep their names up on there. But as you said, there are some new faces here. As we're actually going straight into the first match, we got Lushy versus Mike God X. Mike God X, a player that used to play Ken a little bit, but last time he fully committed to Luke, and he was looking so solid. Lushy.
He definitely knows what he likes to do against the Ken, but does he know what he likes to do against Jury? And this is Lushy's second time here in the top 8 of World Warrior West. So
yeah, the first time on winner's side, if I'm recalling correctly.
this is his first time here, and we're gonna see if there's been substantial improvement made since the last time we've seen them. Fortunately, as I say that, we have him getting thrown back to the ground with a little bit of Oki here from Mike X.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot. Oh, nice answer there. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of you know, Luke players now giving up damage to get the Oki set up after that wall bounce setup. So, you know, Mike X, a player that's so good at using that crouch strong. Oh my god, he's gonna burn himself out into level 1. That's not enough though. He's gonna need one more setup. Oh, and the throw takes it.
Yeah, throw, of course, so dangerous in the corner. You have to take a risk in some places, and taking a risk against Luke is so hard when you're in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, he might have noticed that he was just off spacing for that level 2 to land, which level 2 would have been enough damage to actually close out that round. But lucky enough, Lushy did not do anything crazy or reversal. But here he comes with that low forward. Okay, gonna go into the feng shui.
Yeah,
this is where Lushy
engine combos.
Yeah, he's so good with this.
Yep, there we go. We got him nice.
Look at this pressure. You just gotta take it all. Nice, using the parry there, trying to get out of the corner, and the jump out works.
Yeah, with great defense on that great pressure, Mike X is gonna turn the tables here. And we're gonna see if Lushy can make their way out. Just gonna get a jump over a sandblast and walk their way out.
Yeah, that was an incredible jump over, but there was no button pressed to actually punish the sandblast. But again, Mike X going straight into level 1. Wow. That takes out the first round, you know, opting to actually burn himself out at the end of that round. But Mike X just giving Lushy a lot of space and okay to play that neutral game, not wanting to really go crazy. And there's that crouch strong to start it.
Yeah, if there's a character that you want to play neutral with, Luke definitely has the nooch. Tries to poke the sandblast with crush trigger, but just too far away, a little too late.
Yeah, we see Mike X do so well with that crouching strong, which is, you know, easily Luke's best button. But Mike X has really shown us, like, it's crazy to think he used to be a Kent player. Look at that overhead. And enough to take it with the throw. Yeah, getting a lot of those throws on Wake Up. Lushy really respecting it, not going for any EX uppercuts as a reversal.
There's been none, and when you show no disrespectful Wake Up options like that, you kind of let your opponent get away with a lot more than you probably should. Sometimes it's okay to bet it. Doesn't bet it this time. Mike X was definitely looking for it, and the pressure.
Speaking of disrespect, yeah, speaking of disrespect there, you know, Mike X waking up with a level 1 reversal there, but Lushy burnt out. This is not a great position. He gets the jump in. Beautiful.
Yeah, notices that Mike X has been really favoring using that sandblast at certain ranges, and got one good one, but can't keep him locked down. There's one chuck. Is there two chucks? Jump forward.
That's it. He's gonna close it out, and Mike X already up 2 games to nothing. So solid. I love that Mike X has been so patient in the corner. A lot of times just getting that corner momentum, but sometimes just walking forward and backing off, saying, hey, I'm okay just playing this neutral game. I don't necessarily need to always go for the Oki. And it's been working out for him so nicely.
Yeah, I guess you don't really need to send a meaty and risk getting reversal if you're okay playing the situation after.
Yeah, I mean, Luke is so good in that kind of that mid spacing, that standing medium punch rate space. Oh,
ooh,
nice
shimmy.
Yeah, gets the punish counter, damaging on there. No whiff punish on the stand medium.
Oh, we're not blocking overheads in this household. Lushy sent back to the corner, one throw.
Oh, there it is. Finally, yeah, with the reversal that we were talking about. Lushy. Yeah, this is not going to be enough here. Oh, goes for the throw. One more mix-up will do it.
Gets the tech.
Oh, my goodness. Is this enough? Can he go into Feng Shui and end this? No, not
so.
quite.
Gets the shimmy. And he finishes his plate. Lushy finally on the board.
Oh, so close, just clutching it out. Lushy. Wow, this crowd strong. Did you see that whiff punish?
That was definitely pinnacle of footsies if we ever seen it. Another, but a little too far away. Great anti-air is going to keep Mike X in the corner and is trying to bait a reversal himself, but you can see when you're baiting reversal a little too much, sometimes people get away with the silliest of things. So it's a balancing act with dealing with reversals. Nice jab. Gonna take my turn.
He tried to use that jumping strong tech to get out of the corner. Really smart stuff from Drury. Great anti-airs there. Just caught out the neutral jump. Both players sitting on 3 meters. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Into level 3? Yes, of course.
Too slow.
I think it's enough.
I think it's enough.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Of course, the level 3. 1-to-1. Lushy fighting for his life, but still has the 3 bars to spend.
Yeah, meter advantage is definitely nothing to snuff at, but how do you use it as Jury? How do you use it?
Are you kidding me? I love it. Goes into the drive impact combo there just to burn out more meter from Lushy there. Get him closer to burnout.
Yeah, and the knockback towards the corner is also not too shabby here. Solid defense, unfortunately going to get opened up low, trying to stand block something. Not enough meter to kill, but watch the situation afterwards. Save jump low.
How did he block that? Lushy so clutch, but is definitely on life support.
Yeah, both players in burnout, but he does still have the meter. Goes into Feng Shui Engine.
Let's see what you got. Finds the low. What's the mix-up after here? Oh, what a
DP! How did he do that?
Going for chip and Mike X 3-0, taking it over Lushy.
How did he know? How did he know where to DP?
I don't know, and it was a light DP. It wasn't even invincible.
That's crazy, dude.
He just did it. He says, forget it. You're going to jump. You're going to do some sort of jumping mix-up. Here's like a 4-frame light DP. It should hit.
It should. Maybe. Hey, if it works, it works. I have
It
two
works.
games ahead of you anyways.
Yeah,
What
I
a
love
what a bet. What a gamble. And he wins it all. 3-0 over Lushy, who looked like they could have made the run back actually. You never know what will happen when you have a jury and feng shui engine. That's for sure.
You're absolutely right. You know, there's a few great instances there from Lushy, like the fact that he even blocked that neutral jump into low. That was the first time that Mike X even went for that setup. Like, that was great, but just that neutral game, I feel like Mike X has been so solid, just controlling it with the sandblast, with the crouching strong, using the stand strong to whiff punish, and you could tell that Lushy was quite flustered at playing jury in that neutral.
Yeah, it just felt like Mike X had a better feel, had some great footsies moments, and of course was scoring more on the pokes on those walkbacks with the low forwards.
Yeah.
And when you like, eventually it all racks up, right?
Yeah, I love that you mentioned the low forwards too. You know, characters with pretty fast walk speeds like Jury, like Kimberly, you catch them walking a lot, right? Like you want to really go for those lows, those crouch medium kicks, those drive rush into jab into crouch short setups to just kind of catch them getting out of that space, because a lot of players that play these characters with fast walk speeds really like to abuse walking away and get in the spacing that they prefer. So really good stuff from Mike X there for realizing that and taking it over. Lushy, quick 3-0.
Yeah, Lushy, of course, will still have a loser's bracket to go through, but we have a winner's match to go to right next here with Noodle versus Nate Banks. Woo! A run back.
The run back, man. We're going straight into grand finals of last time. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and I mean, Noodle just needs to play as well as they did last time, but Nate Banks really is going to have to kind of show up here and show us what Marissa can do in this matchup. Now just gotta check in, make sure everything is okay here. Yeah, I think everything is looking okay.
We saw that Nate Banks was, you know, a player that only got better the longer that they played in a set. There was a few like reverse 3-0s that I remember, and you know, I feel like Nate is with his Marissa just needs time to really adjust. Because remember, they still took a set off of Noodle in that grand finals, though Noodle really adjusted well with the reverse 3-0. You know, Noodle, we were talking to him, a very reactive player, a player that told us that they play Cammy because they don't like very setup heavy characters. They want to whiff punish, they want to go in, they want to play just by feel. And
they want to play some Street Fighter. That's what I'm hearing. They want to play some Street Fighter.
He brought up Ibuki and like Street Fighter 4 and some of the more setup heavy characters, and now he says that that's the complete opposite of his style, and it really shows. You know, we even saw Noodle play against Justin Wong in our first kind of set, and it's crazy how much neutral was being played and how reactive it was. But one thing that I noticed just rewatching that grand finals between Nate and Noodle is just the amount of times that Noodle was willing to reversal. And if Nate catches on to that, that is 50, 60, 70% damage combos as Marissa, and it's going to be absolutely wild. So all it takes is a few right guesses, and here we are, Cammy versus Marissa, Noodle versus Nate Banks. Let's get it.
And just like you said, if Nate Banks can really catch on to patterns here, then I think Marissa is the best character to punish with. That being said, it's a fresh Noodle. You can always expect a player near the end of a tournament to have lapses in judgments due to exhaustion. But Noodle is fresh, just as Nate Banks is. But who's better right off the bat?
Look at how aggressive Noodle has been this entire game, just not letting Nate Banks give any room to breathe. There's a reversal we were talking about, and Nate Banks was ready for it.
That was actually kind of goated. I need a clip of that.
Yeah, here's some pressure. Wow, the jump over short, but here comes Noodle now, though he's burnt out. Drive impact is an option. Wow, so aware of the anti-air. Are you kidding me? Is that back medium punch to catch that? So aware.
Just kind of in the air when Nate is hitting a button. Fortuitous for Noodle, but a little confused. Oh my goodness, a whip DP. Maybe thought that it was going to come down with a normal, but just a neutral jump to punish here. One command grab and puts the knee up into your chi. What's going to happen here?
The scary was ready for the neutral. Oh, Nate Banks with the jab pressure to close it out. So good. I love the fact that he faked the safe jump there, went for the throw, and really trying to apply that and kind of make these early statements in the set.
Wow, Nate Banks actually just neutral jumping, kind of what may seem at random, but definitely trying to provoke a reaction out of Noodle. Another reversal DP. Says if there's a gap, I'm gonna punish it. Send it to the corner. Yep, teep into level 3.
I love the use of this level 3 because not only is he gonna build back his own drive gauge, he might put Noodle into burnout here.
Just enough.
Just enough. Okay, this is really good for Nate Banks.
Pitch counter.
Super bad punch.
And here's the crazy part. You can't DP me anymore. There's no more meter. Neutral jump.
That's right.
Noodle. Get the throw.
Back throw. This is really good, though. Noodle's still burnt out.
Backdash is the throw, and now both players are going to be back full with drive gauge. Everything's okay. Noodle with a life deficit, but we've seen these turn around, especially with a full CA on the back end.
Exactly. So scary there. It catches the low forward into level 3. Is that enough?
It's critical art. It might be.
Ooh,
Execute.
It might be.
Where's it
might
gonna be?
Right. No, it's not.
Not even close.
Nate has one more chance.
Shot.
Oh,
gets shot down at the reversal.
Are you kidding me? Oh God.
Yeah, Noodle had to make a decision.
It was actually such a good option from Nate Banks to try and beat the meaty because, you know, we've seen Noodle going for those drive rush into stand pierces so often. But the one time he goes drive rush into throw, Noodle with such a clutch play. I love it.
And here's a full pace Noodle right now. Gonna armor right through the poke. We're stuck in the corner. Level 1 on deck should be just enough.
No, just a little bit more, but this is really tough for me.
Tried to shimmy, but Nate got a poke, gets the momentum, gets the turn. I'm so plus. Check it out. Check your feet. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Chip.
Oh, he's ready with the parry. So smart. Nate Banks so aware. Oh, this is scary. This is not a good position.
Oh. Tries to go for it, but the wake up throw to catch the counter. The guard point frame. It's all Gucci here for Noodle.
Going on right now? I have no words. Players are going absolutely nuts. Here comes the level 1 from Noodle.
Yeah, spinning the meter to get the corner position, and I think that position is super good for Cammy with the normals that she has. Oh! Eagle kick.
Gets the check there with the crouch short. I like that from Noodle, just pressing buttons, trying to interrupt some of this Marissa pressure. Gets the overhead here. Nate, bit of pressure of his own, sitting on me. Wow! He tried to go for the command grab, but Noodle said no with the reversal.
What a poke! What a punish! Oh my goodness, this is actually so much damage. We've seen it before, though.
It's going to be a lot of damage here. Not going to be quite enough to kill, but also sitting in the corner.
Oh my goodness, the armor is so good.
Gladius, are you kidding me? Was making sure, knows that Noodle loves that reversal, and used the armor to just break through it. I love it.
Yeah, if there was I forget that Marissa has these armor points here. There's another reversal. And Noodle has to be thinking now, maybe I relax on the reversals. They're starting to get called out. Oh! Oh, he's dead. It's only been 15 seconds.
1-1, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what we mentioned in the beginning of this set, that the last time in Grand Finals, Noodle had a lot of DPs, had a lot of those wake-up reversals that caught Nate, you know, just trying to catch him on wake-up. And this time, Nate Banks is just ready for it. He's absolutely adapting from the last time they played. Here comes the drive impact.
Yeah, old man allegations defeated. Actually, Nate Banks in like super close to burnout phase here because of an early drive rush or drive counter. Wonder what that was about. Not sure if they really hate back knuckle that much. Tried to armor the dive kick. It's no bueno. Now we're here.
Yeah, tried it again there to drive rush into throw. The throws have been paying off a lot for Noodle, just catching a lot of those counters, catching even the command grab if it's done a little late on wake up, but here comes the command grab just as I mentioned it.
Oh, tried to call out another DP, but
Goes
Noodle.
Side swap. Yes, smart stuff. Side swap into level 1 here. This gets all the positioning with him burnt out. This is really scary stuff for Nate Banks. Jabs out.
Did you see that? Yeah, did you see that backdash through the throw? Gladius armor right through. He's so dead! He's so dead!
What a round for Nate Banks, sitting on 3 meters while Noodle is sitting on 2. This could be an early confirmant to a lot of damage for Nate.
Tries to go for the perfect parry. Whoa! Supers right through the back knuckle.
Are you kidding me? His son right through the spin knuckle, was waiting for it, knew the block string was coming, and the count from Noodle. Gonna get the side swap, I imagine? Of course. Yeah, into level 3.
We have ourselves here a slobber knocker. All the meters now on the ground. And the life totals aren't too different. So
the only thing you gotta pay attention to is the drive gauge here for Nate, but also the pressure from Noodle. Wow, the backdash, but no confirming to jab. Yeah, that's definitely a punish.
Unfortunate because he had a great backdash. Whoa! A party throw? Check my plus frames and yo, checkmate situation.
Ooh, a bit more Marissa damage. Not quite enough. Gonna need one more mix up. Oh, the meaty does it! Would it beat some sort of reversal there from Noodle? I'm not sure exactly what Noodle was trying to do.
Because that entire game of that set, Noodle was most certainly considering dying to overusage of reversal. I wonder if that was just a wake up a Barre, just to see if they're calling out like a hard bait.
Yeah, it absolutely could have been. Yeah, that would be a decent option. Not sure. I mean, went for the drive rush stun combo, so wasn't sure if the meter came back at that point or what exactly happened, but I think you're absolutely right. It might have just been a jab check.
Oh, there's that armor, and Noodle's gonna bet the rest of their meter, going to burnout, but gets out of the situation.
Wow, really utilizing that drive impact right now. Great time to use it while Noodle is burnt out. Oh, the overhead, but no confirm.
Oh, wow, got hit in the air, so the situation just got a little wonky with that drive impact.
Here comes the command throw. It's gonna be one more mix up from death here. Noodle just barely back from the burnout.
Recovered in time to block the Gladius armor.
Use of the buttons there.
And you can see Nate does not want to be anywhere close, just wants to put a button out that's safe, and a button that is safe. There was Nate now on set point here.
Yeah, I love the fact that Nate slowed it down near the end there. You know, Noodle doesn't have much life left, so Marissa, a character that doesn't have the strongest anti-airs, but, you know, a jump back jab or jump back short would have been enough to actually close it out there. But here comes Noodle. Corner pressure, wake up level 3, but no. Noodle ready for it this time.
The first time we've seen a wake up super here from Nate Banks was doing it quite a bit last time, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, sorry, that was wake up level 2, but Noodle is just applying the pressure right now, trying to jump out and ready with the cross-cut uppercut.
And now a problem here with that wake up level 2 is that it led into a string that puts them in a 2-bar disadvantage, which is pretty huge, especially since you don't have any reversals. That isn't that wake up level 2. I'm just gonna take the drive impact on the chin, and we're gonna make space. What a poke!
Yeah, using that crouch strong so well. Love the jump back, but now Noodle answers with his own level 3. Says, hey, you're gonna try to super through my strings? Here's a ton of damage here. Getting close to burnout, but quite not there. He comes a bit. Oh, ready for it! Again, the same situation. Nate Banks always trying to drive impact through that spin knuckle.
Yeah, Nate Banks gonna find himself stunned in the corner. Didn't have, or in burnout. And another level 2.
No, Nate, you're getting a little too obvious with that. Has to slow it down. Noodle tying it up 2-2.
Yeah, we've changed pace here. Noodle, while playing a little bit fast, has started making more conservative decisions where Nate might be getting a little hasty. Maybe feeling a little bit of rush here because they were on set point and just let it slip out of the hands almost. Great jab reaction.
Yeah, just definitely checking that drive impact, saying, hey, Noodle, you're going for that drive impact a little too often here. I'm going to catch on eventually. Here comes the Marissa pressure, and look at this corner carry, by the way, but Noodle completely just swapping sides as soon as he can.
Oh, Gladius gonna armor through the dive kick.
Oh, the jump-ins. Yeah, Nate's trying to really get out of the corner, and he's looking super desperate.
Another level 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
no punish! This is huge! Noodle has to burn a little bit of drive. Ooh, drive rush scoop. Yep, that's enough. And a scary call just because it put Noodle in burnout, but the right call as it puts them on set point. Another reaction on the drive impact.
God, it's like as the set has gone longer, both players really utilizing that tool a little bit more. This is Nate Banks fighting for his life, trying to get out of the corner. Such a difficult thing to do against Cammy. And here comes the Gladius pressure. I love using the plus frames, but the back throw from Noodle.
Ooh, yeah, I think Nate thought that was on block and tried to cancel into armor for the DP. But they got the hit and didn't go their way. Again, maybe getting a little tired here. Long sets do that to people. Speaking of tired, Noodle with no reaction after jabbing the drive impact. We're going to be sent towards the corner, spend a little bit of meter for that damage, and Oh, the knee
that's
to the
enough.
face.
No, but it combo 2 is just a little bit too much. Oh, the level 3 reversal to get him.
And it worked.
Did. Oh my goodness, Noodle taking it 3-2 over Nate Banks.
It's funny how this set evolved, where we started with DPs and armor throughs, and then we recognize where the spinning back fists were coming, and where the gladiuses were coming, and we started throwing level 3s at people in the gaps, and to end it with a level 3 through what seemed like jab pressure. Kind of unfortunate for Nate Banks, actually. Had that just been jab pressure, he probably would have been able to punish, take the round, and we'd be on final round. But unfortunately, as it stands, that's gonna be Nate Banks moving into loser's side, waiting for their next opponent, and Noodle not comfortably sitting in winners finals, because that was a rough one.
That was definitely not easy. I love that you mentioned, the longer that set went, and obviously this is best of 3 or first to 3, and you saw how much that match has changed. From the reversals, we started seeing the drive impacts come out in the last few rounds a lot. The use of super, obviously Nate Banks just got a little too crazy with the reversal supers, and Noodle was just always fishing them out, always ready for them, stopping his strings, stopping his Oki on wake up, and Nate Banks was just getting caught a lot. So really, really interesting. You can see how close it's getting between those players, and as you said it best, it was definitely not free. I'm sure Noodle, wiped his forehead off of a little bit of sweat, a little bit of maple syrup, as us Canadians do, and he was, he's definitely happy to be sitting on that other side of winners.
Yeah, it's actually surprising because Nate doesn't throw a single reversal level 2 the entire set except for game 4 or 5, I believe it was. No, game 4. And all of a sudden, like without seeing it once, Noodle never gets clipped by it. And it's like the scariest thing where you're like, okay, they didn't get hit by it once. Do I do it again? Because this is the first time I showed it to them. They were guessing. There's no way they're gonna, right? There's no way they're gonna think about it.
Yes.
But that's how it goes, and that's gonna be Nate Banks waiting for the loser side bracket. But moving into the loser side bracket ourselves, we're gonna be seeing MTR versus Muck.
That's right, but before we do, let's take a look at our Matcherino, the people who are helping us out here. If you guys are watching this stream, check out the code.
6969, let's go. That's nice.
There's nobody who gets more hype for Matcherino than Suika, so of course you can just contribute, use the link above, and you're gonna help the pot, help some of these players out, and support the stream. So
time out. Sorry to interrupt you. There's only been 5 codes redeemed, but we're at $69.69. So if you can see the contribution, shouts to Reformats worth of $58.44 on top of that redemption code. Shouts to you, shouts to Rotary Lover, of course, with the $5, and Muckmaster with you're in the bracket, bro. It's your dinner money. Someone's coming out with a great steak at the end of this all, but please, guys, please claim those codes. It's 3 clicks real quick, and it's gonna go to these players at the end of the night.
Yeah,
and again, shout outs to everyone that donated directly, and of course, shouts to you guys whenever you click that code.
Yeah, I believe Muck is a Blanca player too, right? He's gonna be here coming up here in this bracket, so I don't know. There's something about the Blanca players. They just seem to be the nicest, most giving people. Maybe that's.
I'll tell you, having played in the most like varied communities of fighting game, it's always the most like degenerate characters that have like some of the nicest people.
Look how you call Blanca a degenerate character.
Blanca is degenerate. Why did they give this man like the wildest Oki? I haven't seen Oki like that since I was playing like Blaze Blue, like it might not be ribcage, but it's definitely messed up.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Blanca, you ask and you shall receive. Here comes MTR, also known as Oricasa, also known as the Bible Black God, but here he is, known as MTR for all of us to enjoy with us. Chun-Li, the character he's been playing ever since Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, I think he's only taken minor breaks from Chun-Li for maybe like Ibuki every now and then, but he is a Chun-Li lover right here, and Look at that, going for a great call. Stuffed. I have no idea what EX that was. Just stuffed it though.
Yeah, you know, MTR, a very patient, just a little bit off timing with the drive impact. Let's say MTR, a very patient, very reactive Chun-Li player. One of those players that will just sit there and wait to whiff punish you. And, you know, the style you need to play against a player like MTR is almost to use his reactions against him. Here comes the back throw.
Check out my plus frames, brother.
Yeah, we're in chip range
what
here.
a poke!
Are you kidding me? MTR, look at that!
He's so good! He's so good!
I'm telling you, this man is not afraid to hold back and just react, man. He's really, really solid on that. But here comes Muckmaster, activating the beast within. The reversal check.
He double parried and got the reversal. Gets the corner position, but Muck is gonna dash on through. And is that a punish?
I don't believe that was, but it was. I love the use of the throws there. This time goes for the forward throw. Oh no, that was just a wrong hit confirm here. Not a big punish there from Muck, though. Could have gotten a lot more from that sequence.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit of nerves on both players here. Jumps out of the command grab. He jumped throw with. Probably like double reacted.
Yeah, Muckmaster going for the crazy stuff here. What's the pressure? Great block there. That's going to be a punish. No, not quite. But it should be enough here to close it out.
I don't know if you guys noticed. It might be hard to notice because it was so quick. I saw maybe 1 or 2 frames of walk forward out of the corner from MTR there to kind of guarantee that that roll was going to go into the corner. Smart play from MTR, actually, because I don't know if people have kind of like the confidence to walk out of the corner in a situation like that.
Yeah, you know, MTR, the player that's really aware of his spacing, you know, playing on a hitbox actually, made the transition. And
have you seen their collection?
Very, very solid. I have seen their collection. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's my senpai right there with the collection. Unfortunately, he's also a little bit older. Can't react to the drive impact. Ooh, the overhead.
Come on, that should be it.
Yeah, yes, and spends the rest of it. Doesn't even spend meter. You see what happens when you have something that makes your overhead safe?
Yeah, it's so scary. Blanca players now, we're 3 months into Street Fighter 6. They're getting so good with their Blanca-chan setups and combo extensions. It's getting frustrating to watch because it does so much damage. Here comes MTR with some corner pressure.
Oh, that's so plus. And it's kind of, I was talking to Slam, another fighting game player here, about dealing with Blanca Ball with perfect parry, and it's kind of, on a visual level, it's kind of hard to perfect parry Blanca Ball because he's kind of gyrating. You know, you're not really sure where the box is at that point.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a very forward momentum moving character. No,
shot of the earth.
That was nice. Okay, here comes Muck. Gonna use those plus frames, and again the back throw, getting caught by that a lot.
Yeah, I wonder if there's something that MTR knows that Muck doesn't, that we don't. Tries for something this time around, but Muck gets the... and goes for the triple jab, gonna drive rush just to get the confirm. Has 3 meter, can do something about it.
Yeah, gonna use 2 bars here. Really smart stuff from MTR. That should be enough to do it. And gonna save 1 bar for the last round. MTR close to getting 2 games to nothing.
I'm struggling with this name. I keep wanting to call him John the Dark. He also went by that, and he's gone by so many names.
I want you to notice also how many times MTR, it's been about 2 to 3 times already that MTR has ducked the drive rush with crouch jab of all buttons. So really,
it looks like a great, it looks like a great poke for Chun-Li on those drive rushes. It just kind of sticks out there. Whoa, the crouching medium! Oh! It dropped in between!
The spacing is so solid right now from MTR. Just playing right in the race. Oh, tries to catch that. Great bait there from Muck.
Oh wow, is able to jump and roll as a punish on that on the pressure there. Forces MTR towards the corner, but throughout the set we've been watching that MTR is okay being in the corner. The Kokoken's gonna trade for MTR and actually get him the momentum, send it back to mid screen, and we're back to playing neutral. Great block.
Yeah, right now MTR has to look out for those jump ins. There's been a few times where Muck has been able to jump in quite easily, but here comes the Blanca Ball pressure again. Got a nice life lead out. Wouldn't mind if Muck just kind of stayed back and
that's interesting.
Made MTR come to him.
It was counter hit on that Blanca Ball. I wonder if he tried to challenge it with something, but maybe we'll ask him that later down the line. Great reaction! I called him old and I regret it now. Gotta put him in burnout as well.
Oh, the whiff punish there, but didn't get the full convert. You know, thought he probably had meter to drive rush there, but no. Yeah, that was really, really tough against a character like Blanca while you're burnt out to really try and challenge them. You're either going to trade or you're going to eat a lot of chip. Oh, again, that's command grab. This is
I don't think he's
the
been
third
command
or fourth
grabbed once,
attempt.
yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't worked. MTR just always neutral jumping.
Great reaction on the jab, confirm here.
That's the combo. Okay, off to just get the damage. Didn't want the positioning there, but actually ended up getting the corner anyway.
That was cute. Definitely delayed on the crouching light kick, trying to get Muck to throw, and he did. But turn around back to the corner.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
burnt
Chip
out.
is...
Muck can't really do much. He's just gonna wait it out, maybe.
Yeah, great stuff there from MTR. Was just gonna commit to that regardless and cancel into super if they needed to, just to get Muck killed with Chip. So great stuff there from MTR. Very aware, but got the exit anyway.
Yeah, maybe Muck actually would have benefited if they just backed off. You never know. Gets the perfect parry, but it's still hard to punish.
Oh, there's Blanca pressure. Look at this. Great blocking from MTR. No opting to use the drive reversal. Gets the hit anyway, burning themselves out. Gonna use the level 3 and gain some of that meter back. Still gonna be in burnout after this sequence.
Actually, you want to just based off of that pressure sequence. If you watched Muck,
oh no, there's gonna be a drive impact. There's gonna be he can't do anything. He has no meter. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Oh, look at the damage here. Some loops here. Yeah, gonna go into the level 1. I like it. Cash out on some damage. Jump. Oh,
jump low. Great tech, and now he can make it back, but just a little bit of a hill to climb here. Great anti-air, and gets the pressure forwards. Muck just doesn't need to take a big risk here. This will be good damage, but not enough to really offset that life total. Tries to up back, gets clipped, and now is backing off hard.
Yeah, I like this actually from Muck here. Just, you know, use that time to space. But again, the throw. These throws have been working so well for MTR throughout the set.
Shot of the earth. Nope, gonna install instead. And the Kokoken's gonna cover the space.
Oh, no. Wow, that was cheeky and a nice attempt, but Muck, really smart of him to go for that light ball there. Just enough there to recover.
Yeah, maybe if he was still on the ground. One thing I did notice while he was in that installed pressure, Muck started implementing backwalk after the dive roll, trying to bait out those throws that MTR has been doing, and MTR was poking with the low crouching medium of all things.
Oh yeah, gets the corner switch, but gets punished for it here. Doesn't convert the entire combo.
Oh wow, the pace of this game has completely shifted over.
MTR's been really good at get the drive rush. Wow, are you kidding me? Yeah, send Blanca-chan over.
Putting out a couple of Kokokens, just gonna travel behind it. Maybe try to get Muck to jump. Air throw?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? MTR really ready for it there. Great stuff here. MTR sitting on match point.
He heard you say that his anti-airs were lacking.
Yeah, that's right. He must be listening to the stream because now he's just ready for it.
The jump is good. Great block, but unfortunately doesn't block afterwards. The following up mid. Ooh, that looked
pressure. Muck just trying to jump back. Great awareness there from MTR. Manages to get out of the corner, setting up Blanca-chan. Gets the corner swap. Really good here from Muck, although puts himself into burnout. Here comes the beast. What are the mix-ups? Let me see the crazy stuff. Whiff punish. Oh, throw.
Yeah, you have to be careful when you dive roll on install. It does activate the Blanca-chan. And now, one roll's good. Does he get the throw? Tried to up back him, but he got jabbed out of it. Ooh. It's like MTR always has an answer for every situation after the dive.
Level 3 is that play here, so one confirm might go into level 3 here for MTR. Gonna burn himself out, get max damage.
Into level 3.
Here it is. And that should be enough to close it out for MTR. 3-1 over Muck.
Yeah, that looked a lot more decisive after game 3. Game 1 and 2 were definitely. Game 1 definitely looked like it was in MTR's favor. Game 2 and 3 were a little back and forthy, but that game 4, that was a game 4.
That was a game. No, as it went on, you could see the adjustments MTR was making. And shout out to Muck. You know, I feel like what I want to see from Muck was to maybe play in that neutral range a little bit more. There was actually a few sequences that were very unfortunate, even at the last round there, where Muck had the corner pressure, had a great whiff punish, but the one thing that just changed the course of the game is that he went for a back throw instead of a forward throw in the corner, and that just gave MTR an easy escape. And that was really one of the most detrimental parts of that round.
Yeah, and that usually just stems out of when a player is going from block to throw and is just a little flustered, a little frazzled, and just doesn't get the cleanest throw input. That occurs. And you can really tell that's like some experience did show up here with great air throws, or great air throw, great anti-air, great footsies. And I really can't state it enough, the rotating option choices from MTR after dive rolls. If you watch that all back, first he does back throws, and then Muck instantly changes their game plan, and that gets poked out by lows. And then Muck tried to up back to get out of the lows, and that got checked by jab. And it was like, he didn't even get hit like one time when answering those adjustments. It was pretty instant. He was pretty good about rotating his options on Blanca pressure, which is something that most players might not see. They just might see that Blanca's installed and it's really bad for them. They better block.
Yes, yeah.
But sometimes you just gotta put a button out there. You gotta see what your options are with your character, and you gotta answer back just like that. MTR is gonna move on in the losers bracket.
Yeah, no, I love that you mentioned that. It's just there was a lot of things that were established in the first round and the first game, like the drive rush checks with the jab. So good from MTR. Moving over in the losers side, going to be going up against Lushy. But here's our bracket. We got Noodle versus Mike X sitting on winner's side still. So that's going to be a Cammy versus Luke matchup. As I mentioned, Lushy versus MTR. That will be, you know, these guys are boys. These guys play all the time against each other. So that will be a Jury versus Chun-Li. And of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Nate Banks, showing how good that Marissa is looking. Just lost to Noodle on a close one against Cayman, who we have not seen play yet in this tournament. And I'm actually not sure exactly who Cayman is going to be playing as, but this guy has put every character, I believe, almost every character into master rank online. So maybe they have a character for every matchup.
Maybe just like a Mortal Kombat player back in the day, you know. they just had everything ready under the belt. And
Mortal Kombat, I love that.
if you remember old Mortal Kombat players, they had 12 characters at the ready, and they were insane.
I know it.
We're gonna move on in the bracket in just a moment here. We need to take a little bit of a break to make sure everything's ready to go, and make sure that we get a little bit of water for ourselves. But of course, check out the match Reno. If you haven't seen it already, there are 5 codes collected before, but I'm sure there's been more now. That's exclamation point match Reno. And yeah, we will be right back after the break.
And we also give a big shout out to, of course, Wednesday Night Fights, the Level Up Live. This is the World Warrior. We're talking all about Canada West side. As you guys know, every week we rotate between US West and Canada West. Last week was an incredible set between Quistitarian and between Nephew. And this is our schedule, man. We're going to keep on going all the way until November 8th for Canada West and November 15th for US West, where we're going to find a player from each region to fight and battle at Capcom Cup. You know, there's a lot of money on the line and there's a lot at stake. And you guys can come back here every Wednesday, hang out with us, hang out with the US West Coast guys, because these players are only getting better and getting fiercer for that money prize. It's going to be all the way in December, I believe.
Yeah, and so, if it's if you're worried about not being able to make it, 2 weeks left for Canada West is still a lot of time, especially if you look at the players today. Some players will be moving down in that top 8 placement, and if you just get one win, one upset yourself, you could be placing among the top and getting yourself a nice little cash prize and a trip to Capcom Cup. So give it a thought, give it a look over at the Smash.gg or the Match Arena. All the information is there. And like I said earlier, my apologies, that was a little early, so I will say it again at the correct time now. I was jumping the gun. I was thinking about the liquids. You know, sometimes we just gotta keep ourselves hydrated. Keep yourselves hydrated during the break. We'll see you back in 3 minutes. Welcome back to Canada West World Warrior here, hosted on Level Up Live by the Level Up Live crew. Thank you everyone for having us. We are heading into the loser side of the bracket, featuring Cayman and Cayman and Nate, who are playing right now.
That's right. I was about to test your memory there. Susan. Yeah, that's right. We got Cayman.
I could have looked at the Discord. I could have cheated, but I had to work on my brain power so that I know all the options to the things that we're about to see. And a little birdie on my shoulder told us that Cayman is currently hovering the jury. So this will be our second jury for the night, along with Lushy Lushy. Not sure if that's going to change, but we did look at their social media, and we did see how many times they hit master on multiple characters. So maybe the jury here is the master of masters.
Maybe that's right. You know, this could easily be a player who's the jack of all trades and plays every character. But I'm, excited to see some new faces in here. Cayman, I believe the first time in top 8 that we've seen them. And it's going to be very, very interesting how this jury is going to handle the Marissa pressure of Nate Banks. As we've seen, Nate is definitely one of the strong contenders here in the West Coast Canada bracket. And just losing to Noodle, let's see if Nate can climb his way back up or if Cayman is going to stop him at his tracks.
Yeah, I'm not even certain if Cayman here showed up for any of the other Canada West World Warriors. Great DP. And already we're seeing Cayman utilize similar things that Noodle did, DPing through gaps here. Oh, throwing through Gladius even.
Yeah, it's going to have to be a lot of things established early on in this set, right? It's the first of 3, and we saw how much it shifted when Nate played against Noodle. And we're going to see how much Cayman is going to be able to reversal. And just as I said, the level 1 gets stuffed by the Superman punch. Are you kidding me?
Just a little bit of a walk forward here. Make sure the position is great on this stun combo. Boop, boop. And check my mix. Oh, it's so spooky.
Tried to go for the crazy stuff and it worked. Are you kidding me? I don't know if that setup quite worked out the way that they wanted to, but that was so slick. Here comes Cayman with some corner pressure. Oh, the reversal, and this time it works.
Yeah, we saw Noodle bait every single one, but it hasn't deterred Nate once. It's gonna land on Cayman, and it's gonna land at a very crucial point to secure round 1 of game 1.
What a low crusher there, beating that low forward again with the Superman punch. And look at this. Look at this pressure from Nate. Walking forward, respecting the reversal, but doesn't. Yeah, no anti-air.
Oh, great poke back. But retreating, backing off, doesn't want to take a risk against this jury play.
Yeah, great punish there on the drive impact. Not exactly sure what Nate was looking for here. Gets the drive impact of his own in the corner.
And just an everyday meaty should be enough to close it out with just, oh, don't listen to me, I'm a dirty liar. I had to get a throw at the back end, able to save the meter. So
I gotta say, that was a little risky from Cayman to even let a Marissa player live, but as you said, really, really big victory for Cayman to hold on to those 3 bars for this final round. I love the way that Nate is actually handling this matchup. Really a lot slower, just actually trying to react to those fireballs. And
yeah, you can see Nate definitely has some sort of matchup knowledge in this particular matchup. Just not wanting to approach too hard. There's a foot in the face. You like kicking people, I like kicking people, Cayman. And welcome to the corner.
Yes, corner level 3, really rough situation. Not quite burnt out, but all Nate needs is one hit here. Wow, the jump back. Are you kidding me? Cayman, you are crazy. This might be Chip. Oh, he's respecting the level 3. I like this from Nate, but still goes for the Gladius. I love that jump sequence there from Nate. He was looking for the reversal level 3 and was really respecting that. And that's why he was hopping around after the block strings.
Honestly, at the kind of the life deficit that they had, you can take that to your chin and still play neutral with a comfortable lead. So you probably could just risk it all and see if the numbers add up for you. It's just a game of math afterwards. Tries the anti-air, but Marissa anti-air's not the best, as we've said time and time again.
Yeah, the crouch fierce there, getting stuffed by the jury jump in. Really frustrating, but not the worst position here. Wow, gets clipped by the low forward. Oh, grabs the drive impact. Oh, gets counter hit. Nate is pressing buttons. Again, drive impact.
Yeah, now this drive impact is going to be more impactful now that Cayman is burnt out. Gladius tries to backdash and make space, but the up back jab, great air to check the movement here from Cayman. Cayman about to be back and gets step front kick.
Just gets Sparta kick to Narnia. I don't know what that was. That was absolutely insane. But
yeah.
you know, smart stuff from Nate there. Knew that the reversal super was in the equation, so didn't want to be too antsy by going for that chip kill. So I love that patience of just kind of walking back and waiting for a good opportunity. Here comes the counter into the throw.
That's big damage for one. Goes for another, and Cayman reacts to the drive rush flash. Just in time to check throws. Air the air for Cayman. Gonna slowly push him back towards the corner with this plan. Here we are. Stuck in the corner. Feng Shui engine could occur. We could be in for a great time.
Oh, ready for it. What is going to be the answer here? Maybe corner swap or no? Just take all the damage.
I think
Why not?
dead.
You can kill.
Oh,
you can kill. Oh,
he stops the combo.
This
or maybe
is
just
bad.
didn't have enough drive meter to make it all.
Yeah, I feel like they could have canceled it into level 3 sooner. That would have been enough. I mean, it's Marissa damage. You don't need to do anything else. Oh, going for the chip? No. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
So much damage on
Are
one.
you kidding me? That was all chip?
Did Nate know? Did Nate know? I didn't know. Did you guys know? Nate knew. And that's what makes Nate the one who got to second place 2 weeks ago.
So sick by Nate, just knowing that would have been enough damage. That was so much. I need to know the numbers on that. That is ridiculous. That had to be like 200 damage or something.
Great poke by Cayman, gonna get the punish counter and the momentum. We haven't seen a single Feng Shui engine, which makes me believe that Cayman doesn't believe in the mix. Oh, oh, oh!
That's going to be perfect here from Cayman. Coming back strong and just walking him to the corner so easily. Landing those low forwards a lot on Nate. I feel like Nate's definitely having a bit of a tougher time in neutral, but you know, Nate has just been so on top of these big punishes that why this match has been so competitive so far.
Yeah,
Look at this pressure.
Nate has been walking around back and forth pretty well, but not really weaving in enough crouch blocks in their movement. So Cayman got that round just based off of poking really well. The drive rush into the slap your face.
Yeah, here comes the Feng Shui. Let's see what the mix-up is going to be after the sequence. Oh, jump in, throw, and Nate was ready for it, but Cayman ready with his own drive impact. That should close it up, 2-1.
Yeah, 2 bar. Oh wait, no. That's the game. The first round was so quick that I forgot that game. Cayman on the board. That was Nate with the jump. Nate again once knew. I thought that was gonna be like a corner steal throw. It's bruh. Feng Shui mix is something else. Great anti-air gonna approach. Oh, armor break! It does so much damage.
Oh, ready for the reversal this time. Nate Banks kind of feeling the rhythm of this match. He's got away. Look at the damage. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I was just looking at chat like a non-professional, and Cayman's dead. Nate Banks already on that point here. Gets the overhead, and the pace is really bad here for Cayman. Cayman's gonna have to try something. Oh! Yeah. Tries to get a stock, but punch in the face.
Yeah, Nate is just brawling right now. This could be it.
Oh!
Top 2, going to level 2, but the drive impact gonna close it out. Nate takes it 3-1 so convincingly. Just completely changed the pace on that 4th match. Goodness gracious, that fast. 5th match. Yeah, that was fast, man.
What happened?
I swear, I saw Marissa's life bar.
I just
completely
wanted to look at chat for a moment while you were on a riff, and someone died. That's crazy. That's gonna be Nate moving on. Yeah, going to fight the winner of our next losers match. I'm still in shock. That was so fast. It really, some of those may have been avoidable. Of course, the drive impact, you can answer those back if you're just on top of it. But I think, I think they just may have been shook.
Yeah, there's definitely some great momentum swings there from Cayman. We saw that one round where he just opted to just go in and play a little bit more aggressive, but again, got a little bit too antsy with those reversals that were working out well later in that set. And Nate Banks just adapted, you know, like the moment that you reversal once or twice and you're eating 50% damage for it, it's really hard to come back from that. And, you know, Nate just completely put his foot on the throttle to close out the last match.
Dude, the craziest part was just walk forward like Gladius through the drive impact. I called it crush trigger earlier. I'm playing a little bit of Blaze Blue, but no, we got to get the terms correct. The drive impact was able to just bust that armor through, did like a chunk. One command grab did a chunk. The pace of that game really must have shook Cayman as it shook me just watching it.
Yeah, and props to Cayman making it out here. First time in top 8. Could be one of the big contenders here in the the Canadian bracket here. And we'll see. I mean, Cayman really stuck through with Jury. We weren't sure exactly who they were going to play, but again,
they snagged themselves a snazzy 20 points here.
20 points.
No, that's 25 points.
25, yeah, close to Carlos Yu, all right? Carlos Yu's been sitting in that top 8, that 8th place for the last 3 weeks, and he doesn't want to leave that spot, but yeah.
And a quick reminder, all you need to do is land top 8 to be fighting for the money in the last day. So 2 weeks remaining, but we also have 2 other people in losers bracket remaining, and let's move on to them. It's gonna be MTR versus Lushy.
That's right. So these 2 players, there's going to be a Chun-Li versus Jury matchup. These 2 players have a long history being friends together. Been playing Street Fighter 4 back in the day. I remember Lushy, a player that I used to go to the local arcades, and I swear to God, I thought he lived there because he was there all the time playing Sea Viper. But he's found a home playing Jury in Street Fighter 6, and this character just fits right for him. And I think he's been having a lot of fun transitioning into this new character choice.
Oh, wow. Something occurred. It was a punish counter, and MTR was able to capitalize, get a little extra damage here, and Lushy bets a reversal. Just gonna back off.
Yeah, both these players actually, have very reactive styles too, with obviously MTR being a little bit more defensive. But just as I say that, here comes all this corner pressure.
Ooh. I'm not sure about Lushy, but MTR definitely plays a variety of fighting games and can be drawing on a lot of those because Street Fighter 6 is a very varied style of fighter where you can kind of do a lot in your play style.
Yeah, I mean, the drive impact to close it out, that should be enough here for MTR. Yeah, it's a game where definitely character expression is very available, right? You see a lot of people playing the same characters but playing them completely differently. And, I feel like MTR, even to me, still feels like he's playing a bit more of a Street Fighter 4 style Chun, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's been working out so well for him, and I love to see it.
Backing off. Kokoken.
Yeah, look at this, just kind of holding back right now. Lushy just put MTR in the corner by moving forward and getting one throw in that entire sequence.
Yeah, MTR actually able to turn the tide, like the position of against the wall with just a forward jump. Oh my goodness, this is a kill.
Yeah, this is
level 3, right?
Level 3 to close it out. 2-0 for MTR already. Yeah, I love the fact that you notice that in that second round, MTR really slowed down the pace because the level 3 was an equation. So Lushy wasn't really available to throw any fireballs, to really whiff any normals. Just because Lushy, these 2 play against each other, he's aware that he's going to whiff punish with a super. And that's just so difficult, such a difficult position for a Jury to be in.
Oh, wake up throw from Lushy, gonna eat a huge punish here.
Oh, trying to go for the little shimmy there, probably baiting a throw after that parry, but
yeah, oftentimes you see people see that parry, tries to throw it even after they block the fireball.
Pressure using the plus frames here, gets the shimmy.
Great shimmy.
Yeah, great stuff there to actually react there. The meaty drive impact, so hard to see. You got to have the reversal timing to counter those. And that's so difficult. Going to use the bar here to end it out. Yeah,
needs to use level 1. Yeah. Just like how we saw MTR really take control of game 1. Lushy took control of round 1 of game 2. They might just be trading games back and forth here. I'm gonna have to call him out on something.
Yeah, and you can see, I mean, we haven't seen Lushy really even rush in because he is very aware that MTR is so good at checking those drive rushes, very reactive player. So, the type of things you want to see against a player like Lushy is maybe to even drive rush jab to like fake those drive impact punishes and then whiff punish the attempt. So,
Ooh, great dive kick, gonna get over the second Kukoken there. Getting maybe a little greedy with your pressure, but again, with a life deficit this large, it's you could take a couple of risks and still be ahead.
Yeah, look at this. Just moves back. There's a drive rush finally there. Gets a little bit of pressure. Gonna get a little bit close to the corner here. I actually love that movement from MTR. Dashing forward. Wow, gets the confirm into Feng Shui. What's the mix up here? Gonna be a little bit tough here. Could even be reversal. No, jump and throw.
Yeah, we can take those throws. You're just a little bit behind, but that's okay. You just want to run the timer out. Gonna go for the drive reversal. Gets them off. The meter is gone, and you didn't lose too much for it, but you are behind in HP. Does have their turn though. What is that on block?
What a loss.
What? It's so good. It looks so good.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be enough to close it out here. Level 1. Yes, it is. Good stuff from MTR, just burning himself out to make sure to end out that round. And oh my god, both players just staring at each other. It's happened so many times where both players just walk up, crouch, and stare at each other. Who's gonna press the crouch medium kick first?
Yeah, and you can tell that's just knowledge between the two players. We don't see them play all the time, but they must play all the time in their own time. So they have player meta developed between each other. And right now, MTR definitely has the lead in that meta.
Ooh, overhead, calm mix up there. Let's go. Looking rough, goes into the low this time. MTR closing it out 2-0. Playing Chun-Li like she's a Marvel character, mixing up between overheads and lows and leading into full combos. Love to see it.
Yeah, Lushy had such great control of round 1, but MTR able to stabilize, readjust, and after that scary round 2 of the last game, it just makes it dominant for them. Great punish here from Lushy. Lushy gets the corner position, gets a shimmy. Super good on those shimmies, actually.
Yeah, been working quite well for him. You know, you're just utilizing, we were talking earlier, Jury, a character with such good walk speed and can absolutely confirm very easily with those solid buttons.
Ooh, hope back. Gets a quick confirm, a little bit of damage. And honestly, any damage is good when you have so much of a lead.
Oh, look at this movement here. Lushy just slowly walking him down here, but MTR just building a wall, trying to fake that into overhead. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Lushy actually doesn't need to do much here. With such a lead, they can wait for MTR to turn the defense off and take offense. But gonna get an unanswered jump in here. Wasn't it just MTR's turn?
Did you see that? He drive rushed backdash and he actually did bait the throw, but wasn't able to get the punish with the stand roundhouse. Lushy closing it out.
Now we've seen this story before. Lushy playing a really good round 1, but kind of fumbling round 2. We're gonna see if they can clean up their act. They still have 2 more games to win after this one if they win this.
Oh my god. Oh, great jump in there. Yeah, this would be great corner carry here. Lushy. A bit of pressure of their own. Gonna have to respect the reversal, but the neutral jump. We've seen MTR do that so much in this top 8, actually. Just going for a neutral jump to really call out the throw, but that time Lushy ready for it.
Yeah, it was interesting because that wasn't just a neutral jump. That looked like a neutral jump throw whiff. So maybe he thought Lushy was gonna go for some sort of late jump in or some sort.
Yeah, not sure he was trying to catch for the back though. This is really good here for MTR. Even though on a life deficit, both players sitting on 3 meters, but Lushy just jumps out. Are you kidding me?
Tried to shimmy, but didn't make it out in time. There's the reversal, and you gotta kill him for this. You have 3 meter on deck. Might not need it all, but you need to spend.
Level 1 should do it. Yeah, really smart stuff here from MTR. Gonna save 2 meters, and Lushy just bet it all with that level 3 reversal. It was the first time we've seen him go for a reversal in a while.
We've seen this story before. Bear had a great round 1, dropped the round 2, and then MTR just takes round 3, and it starts up with a cross-up.
Here comes the pressure here, MTR. Oh, tried to fake it there, but gets reversal. I like that challenge from Lushy. Finally trying to establish those DPs.
That did so much damage for an anti-air. That's insane. Gets a poke out, and 1 throw. Reset to neutral. Health totals even, but with 3 bars on MTR.
Oh, no, not the right confirm here. Oh, yes.
Oh, that's gotta be it.
MTR taking it 3-0 over Lushy. Both players play against each other so much, but it's clear how ready and solid MTR was in that matchup. And it was so interesting to see, actually, that just once MTR got his level 3, how much that matchup like kind of shifted. You noticed that Lushy was a little bit more antsy and neutral, didn't want to throw any more fireballs, didn't want to whiff punish, something we were talking about earlier. And that happened in that last round there, where we saw, you know, Lushy really respecting that level 3 and respecting the whiff punishes too. It's so frustrating playing against a player with MTR's reactions. And as I was saying, like, I feel like Lushy's just gonna have to learn to use his reactions against him, which is something that we've been talking a lot about in Street Fighter 6, especially when it comes to stuffing the drive rush pressure.
Yeah, and with a character that can be as defensive as Chun-Li, you really gotta force it out of MTR. But when you play so well, and you can swap between offense and defense so flawlessly, it starts to feel like pushing a boulder up a hill.
Yes, that's right. That's funny. You mentioned it. So these two players were close friends. We have 2 arcades here in the Vancouver area. One is called CHQ, one is called eSpot. And I felt like we almost saw a little flashback of CHQ versus eSpot, because
I've heard those stories, actually.
Yes. We used to have some arcade wars here in West Coast Canada, particularly Vancouver.
Yeah, and they were competitive. Apparently, they were super competitive. That's something that would be fun to bring back, because I know CHQ might not have all the fighting games there still, but does have a couple of cabs sitting around. Yes. And of course, eSpot is eSpot. It's got everything.
Yeah, no, it'll definitely be very different now if that were to happen again. I'll probably throw up by seeing all the hitbox players show up and bring their hitbox to the arcade, which is a complete sin, by the way.
You know what? You don't need to look at me or my hitbox. Instead, you guys can look at the Matcherino here. As we're heading into winners final, let me shout out this Matcherino, which is at a 169.
Let's go.
Nice.
The 69 stays though. The 69 has been. That's for you, Suika.
That's for me. Thank you so much. 37 to 50 codes remaining. The math doesn't add up. That means someone has contributed. Shout outs to Aaron Phillips for the big 60. What's it? 60 25. Actually, you gotta think about it. People are redeeming at a rate of 25 cents per, which means we came back to this prize pool after a full $1 was donated to get back to the. Oh, it's been ruined. It's 131.94. But thank you so much for the contribution, Longer, and everyone else here on the contributors. And if you want information about World War, you can also check it out here on the Matcherino, so you can do plenty while you do your 3 clicks to claim that code. But that's the Matcherino. We do need to continue moving forward here. We have players to watch fight and players to watch move on in our bracket. It's going to be winners finals between Noodle and Mike X.
That's right. These two are the 2 of the strongest players, some of the strongest players. Obviously, Noodle, our reigning champion right now. I was talking earlier in the bracket of just how it's so hard to root against this guy, especially after we interviewed him last week. He is so nice. He is so humble. But his Cammy's looking really strong. And the one thing that's really sad is that I know Noodle really wanted that run back against Justin Wong, which was the very first, West Coast finals for Canada.
Nguyen squad. That's a club. Mike X, a constant top 8er, was third twice, I think.
That's
in
right.
World Warrior 1 and World Warrior 2, so definitely not out of the running yet. And with this Luke pick, we're gonna see if they can make something happen. Baits out the reversal.
This has been such a good round here. This is gonna be enough. Gonna be able to go straight into the level 1 to close it out. Oh no, just wants to save the bar. Goes for the meaty throw. Mike X, so greedy, says I'm not gonna spend any meter. I'm just gonna mix you up one more time and keep that bar for the next round.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is, with such a, I've been saying life deficit a lot. That's the term of the day. With that much HP on your side, you can be a little greedy. You can use your HP as its own resource, because your opponent only has a touch left. Noodle gets a great anti-air and gonna be walking Mike X to the corner slowly, but Mike X answers back.
Yeah, using that forward heavy punch there. Normal I've been seeing more and more Luke players really utilize, but Noodle really adjusting the pace of this round, going in a lot more. He goes a perfect parry. Oh, tried to go for the punish. Probably wanted crouch fierce there instead, but not exactly sure why Mike X just didn't go for the back throw in that situation. The level 1 challenge. Are you kidding me? Noodle is going in.
Yeah, both players now in burnout. What may have occurred with Mike X is maybe a buffer problem. Unsure. Gonna send a level 3.
No, what is going on? We're seeing a lot of reversal level 3s throughout this set. More pressure from Noodle, misses the cross cut. There's gonna be decent damage from Mike X. The Noodle's about to get out of the burnout here. Both players got a burnout at the same time. Back throw.
Yeah, jab into drive rush throw. Tries to go for the drive rush throw, but it's just a little bit short. We don't know if that would have worked because Mike X didn't. It's funny. You see a player like throw a whiff on someone's throw whiff, trying to react, but Mike X did not throw a whiff. So we don't know if he actually would have gotten hit with that throw. It may have worked, but unfortunately, Noodle did not
really
make it all the
solid
way.
here in neutral. We're also seeing some neutral jumps, just to try and bait out that spin knuckle. Seeing some, decent reversals, but yeah, you see again another neutral jump here. Not exactly sure where Mike X is looking, but I imagine it's either a dive kick or a spin knuckle. But Noodle just trying to make his way in, and Mike X always shutting it down. Stand fierce into
I'm
Sam.
surprised he recognized that was a negative dive kick. It's so hard to recognize those. Great.
Yeah, it's usually,
Confirmed
rule of
Noodle.
thumb is if it's below the waist, it's usually going to be plus.
Ooh, gets the poke, gets the confirm. Perfect.
Smart stuff there, burning the level 1, not wanting to give Noodle any more chances there. Great time to use it. Mike X looking so solid in neutral right now.
Oh my goodness, Mike X actually retreating a lot here. Noodle able to use that walk speed, walking forward, get the poke. Gets the cross-cut DP, but Mike X is the one out of the corner, so who's laughing now?
Yeah, I'm noticing Mike X really using that crouch jab there to check a lot of them forward movement from Noodle. It's worked out for him a lot there. Look at that catch on the neutral jump. You kidding me?
What a challenge, actually. Block the follow-up after the plus dive kick and wins the scramble afterwards. Mike X has control and has
Crouch strong, ready.
Reversal.
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ready for it there. A little too obvious from Mike X. It's gonna be good damage. Both players burnt out.
But Noodle will get out of burnout way quicker. What a whip punish! Send it back, baby!
Yeah, whip punish, target combo into level 2. I don't think that's going to be enough. It's going to be one more mix-up needed, but it's... Oh, there you go, the stand media kick. Yeah, Chip was definitely in the equation, but ends up finding a hit because he knew that Noodle would be desperate. Mike X up 2-0 against our reigning champion. This is going to be an uphill battle for Noodle to make it.
It's gonna be close. Noodle definitely looking like they're having trouble trying to navigate the neutral against this character. Was able to win a lot of neutral exchanges, but isn't able to keep Mike X locked down. And that's kind of a huge problem with a character like Luke, who just dishes out damage for when they're loose.
Yeah, great whip punish there on the stand medium kick for Noodle. It's going to be corner pressure already. Wow, the backdash to beat out the throw. So good from Mike X. There's going to be a lot of damage.
Oh. Back up throw.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
Strong. Won't be enough to take it there. We're going to go for the Oki after the tackle, and that's just enough.
Yeah, that situation seems super rough. And Mike X knows that he is on the set point here. Noodle really needs to make something happen. And it's going to start with a couple of spirals in the corner position.
Mike X, corner pressure. Oh, opted to not go for the DP follow-up out there. Not sure if
the
going for a meaty
meaty.
of some sort.
Oh, the meaty drive impact is so hard to deal with.
Oh, what?
That was
Dan
actually...
Roundhouse has a meaty right there. I think caught him jumping back into level 3. Mike X taking it 3-0 over Noodle.
That was actually so substantially meaty. That was insane.
Yeah. I think I've seen a lot of Luke players go for that meaty setup. I think it's a crouch jab whiff, and you're probably like plus 1,000 on the back roundhouse. But goodness gracious, Mike X. I feel like every time I see this dude play, is getting better and better and better. The very first week we were talking about how he showed up as a Ken player and was playing Luke as a secondary. The last Canada West event just was doing so solid. I believe came third place with his Luke.
Third place.
And,
ran into Nate and ran into Nate.
Ran into Nate, that's right. And now it's just looking so strong. Just 3-0'd our reigning champion. And it was like such a quick set. Here is a look at our bracket with Noodle now sitting in losers finals. And MTR versus Nate Banks coming. Wow, that's going to be a interesting one, actually. We're going to see some Chun-Li, a patient Chun-Li versus an aggressive Marissa. And Mike X is just sitting cozy up there on winner's side, seeing who's going to make it out to challenge him for the title.
Yeah, and Noodle, Mike X, those two players are not unaware of each other in this series. Of course, in the first week, it was Noodle who eliminated Mike X. Actually, Mike X got third every time thus far of the 2 times. So this will be the first time they're going to be moving up into the first or second position. We'll see how that goes. But they're going to have to see who comes out of this shark-infested pool here from MTR, Nate Banks, and of course, Noodle's waiting at the deepest of the end. But to get there, it's going to take a little bit of time. So we're going to need to take a little bit of a break. But before we do that, let us shout out World Warrior, of course, the World Warrior Pro Tour. This is what you guys are watching here. Wednesday Night Fights Level Up Live. Shouts to those guys for hosting and, of course, putting us on to be able to have a wonderful time with you here. If you want
putting Canada on the map, right? This is a celebration for all of us Canadians. We're enjoying our healthcare. We're enjoying maple syrup. Now we're enjoying some Level Up Live and some Wednesday night fights, and it is such an honor to be part of this circuit. As you see, we've got a lot of talent here, and the players are only getting better every single week. If you guys want to see the schedule, we do this every week, as I said, when we rotate between the US West and the Canada West bracket, with the finals for Canada happening on November 8th, and the finals for US West happening in November 15th.
Yeah, and if we got 2 more weeks after this one for Canada West, and then there's going to be the finals. But with shakeups like these, I think the only people who are shoe-in lock-in are our top 3, which really gives us a shaky like 4th to 8th.
Yeah.
Which means there's a lot of spots up for grabs that you can take in 2 weeks. That's right. If you get in that spot, there's a lot of moolah even before you make it towards Capcom Cup. So if you guys want to make yourself a pretty penny playing fighting games and you have a little bit of skill you want to show off, by all means, it's a free tournament to enjoy. It's just a little bit of net play and a couple hours out of your night and a great experience to show up. Yeah.
That's right. So we have a lot of great matches coming up next. Do not go anywhere, as we're still making our way through the top 8 here for the Canada West Level Up Live World Warrior. We'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, hey, there I do this, never feel loose. And when I get up in the game, y'all be improved. A real problem, but I solve them all facts proof. And if you think I'm gon' fold, then you talking fool. Yeah, y'all wanna win, let me spin, boy. All dunks aside, I'm super fly like I'm hanging off the rim, boy. I've been winning for my kinfolk, and I put on for my city from the intro. Let's go.
I put that time in, my pride is out the roof, I get that grind in. So I'ma tell the truth, I get my grind on. You know the pressure make all of these diamonds. I tell them get back, step back, fast track, big lap, big facts. I'm past that, yeah. I'm trying to get ahead, get out the way. Now move forward, stand back. Now break away, I'm about to bring it on. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, I'ma go all of the round. I ain't never backing down. Come and step up to the plate. For my city, for my town. I do whatever it takes. I'ma go and get this round. Oh, see the time, see the sights, see the sights, see the sights, yeah.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the World Warrior. We are deep into this top 8 bracket for the Canada West bracket. We have a incredible match here with MTR versus Nate Banks. We're going to see a defensive Chun-Li versus an aggressive Marissa. I mean, there's no such thing as a non-aggressive Marissa, but Nate Banks...
She's got one gear. Go.
She's got one gear, exactly. But, you know, Nate Banks come in second last time. I believe MTR, I don't know how many showings he's had so far. I believe he's missed a week, but his Chun-Li has been looking so solid here in this top 8. And they're making their way, climbing their way up this loser side to go up against Noodle, who's sitting in losers finals, with Mike X sitting, I believe, in grands, just waiting to see who survives this pit of the losers bracket. But I'm very, very curious to see how this match goes.
Yeah, looking at it, I'm not 100% sure how much they've played, but moving on here, we're going to see how they're going to do against this Marissa. Now, it's one thing to be a great defense player, but it's another thing to have to deal with Marissa as a defensive player. Because while you may be able to block some of the overheads, you can't block a command grab.
And you know, I love that you say that too, because MTR is totally a player that, you know, if I had to say one weakness about him, is that he respects a little bit too much, and he's going to need to learn to reversal. I mean, just as we see, Nate Banks was such a quick round, but MTR is going to need to learn to reversal and to sometimes jab check Nate Banks, because as you said, Nate Banks is going to try his best to like skip neutral, try to get up right into your face and just deal damage. Oh, no punish there on the drive reversal.
Great confirm from Nate Banks after that jump in. Just a light little throw, but the position is great here. And yeah, now we're stuck. You can block this, you can abare, but you have to choose correct. And when you're
so rough. Here's the level 1. Oh, it gets beat out. Are you kidding me? Yeah, you got to take that. There's no meter. That was guaranteed. Nate Banks taking the first game so convincingly.
Yeah, I would expect MTR to actually be able to maybe control Nate at neutral, but once it's gone, it's gone. And when Marissa gambles something with a little bit of armor, it can be so hard to deal with the neutral. There's the throw.
Yeah, Nate Banks has just been going in at neutral here, getting the Oki with the command throw. And again, the drive impact against the corner, gonna be a little bit of damage, maybe one more mix-up to close out this round. Oh, there's a cheeky stop.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Nate Banks trying to show us a combo video. What's going on?
That was cute. That was cute. We saw it once earlier before, but the delayed tech really made it look a little weird. This time though, the mix was good. Great anti-air from NTR. Gonna need a lot more of those, just to kind of stifle Nate Banks' movement. Unable to grab the anti-air there, but uses the reversal this time around.
Yeah, I like that use from MTR. Gonna have to really do that. Not sure about this burnout option. It's not gonna be really worth the combo damage here. Now, Nate Banks had him in the corner, but okay, MTR just switches back out. Says, no, I'm not gonna be burnt out and in the corner. Get me out of here.
Oh,
we're gonna
great
stand
stuff.
strong to beat that. Oh, yes. No answer there.
I think I saw an attempted at a backdash, but might not have been able to go far enough. And here we go. Welcome to the corner. It's not critical art version, so you might still have half health.
Yeah, gonna just also freeze that drive gauge rebuilding, right? So, oh, goes for the raw. Are you kidding me? MTR had to be buffering super, but thought it would be like crouch strong into drive impact or something.
Gets out of the jump, but it was just a normal throw, so he recovers in time, able to get the anti-air, and that's all she wrote. It is now 2-0 for Nate Banks. And NTR having a better showing in that game, but unfortunately, it's just not enough.
Yeah, just showing a bit of lack of matchup knowledge as well here. This neutral has been really, really hard, and MTR just might have to have a different approach to it, where maybe they're a bit more of the aggressor, because walking back and waiting has just not worked against Nate Banks, who's constantly applying plus frames, a lot of pressure, and burning him out in the corner almost every time.
Okay, we start off with a great sweep here, gets the meaty. Good throw tech from Nate Banks, and now we're back.
Love the use of the reversal there just as an anti-air. I mean, one of the few options that MTR had, other than just going straight into super. Did you kidding me? Did you see that? He just gained the meter back and cancel into the drive rush. That was perfect timing.
Oh, that's huge damage. That's great corner position. And We know that Nate Banks loves to send it.
Using the reversal, the only reversal option that
Great
Nate
reaction.
has, but here comes the level 2 super from MTR to close out the round.
Yeah, don't count on MTR's reactions. They are crisp and they are clean. He just needs the resources to do it. Was able that all really started from a great like counter poke. And I'm hoping to see more from that from NTR, but it's rough.
The dash forward there, wow, baits out the drive reversal, but no punish there. Actually dash back. Not close enough.
I think MTR is like 3 out of 4 on these drive reversal save options, but cannot punish a single one of them, unfortunately.
Yeah, also having a hard time just punishing some of these Superman punches and finding the right range to play in here. Just because even when Nate Banks trades, oh yeah, he was ready for that one. Oh no, what? Woke up jab?
Maybe didn't recognize. Sometimes you don't recognize supers on the early frame. Burnt themselves out. This could be an opportunity.
Yeah, this is going to be an uphill battle here. Nate putting themselves into the corner, but going to try to burn out. Oh, okay, try to burn out MTR there, but the Superman punch just beating and crushing that low forward.
Yeah, the low crush on the Superman punch is a little absurd. Reminds me of Half Mirror. Good times with that button. One throw. And now we have to watch for the mix. Gets the reaction this time around. Can't do it to me twice, young man.
Yeah, ready for it. I love the side switch there, getting the corner pressure of his own backdash on Wake Up from Nate Banks.
Yeah, we've seen that quite a bit through Nate Banks throughout this tournament. Maybe someone can call him out on it. We'll have to see. Let's see if MTR actually can react to it again. Like, is he reacting to this?
Are they going to go straight to level 3? Because, oh no, I would have loved to see the level 3 because the level 3 would have put Nate Banks into burnout state. Oh, this is really rough here. Do not want to give a character like Marissa a chance. And just as I say, he's going to build level 3 right on the last hit of the Gladius.
Yeah, and this is do or die point. I don't think this kills. It wasn't critical art, but you are in the corner. You have 3 things to deal with here.
No, he was buffering. Oh, there's the level 3. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo!
That's a dead boy right
MTR
there.
keeping it alive 2-1.
You can't sleep on MTR's reactions.
And you saw them buffering too. You saw in Wake Up, they were buffering, and then the Superman punch came a little bit after, and you know, they were still thinking about level 3, so had enough time to react. Really good stuff there from MTR. Knew that was one of the few options that they had to close it out.
Oh, another overhead connects here, and the pace is in Nate Banks' hands. Overhead once again, but blocked this time around. Blocks the Gladius, tries to poke out with the sweep, and gets the anti-air. The pace has changed.
Yeah, great patience there for MTR, but took a lot of damage there being in the corner, and they have to be the aggressor. Great anti-air there from Nate Banks. Superman punching using the EX.
Oh, trying to make an option, but the armor make is good. Tries to jump forward.
Yeah, I tried to use the down forward heavy kick. I don't think that was a Hazanchu just to get out of the corner, but a little bit of a desperate attempt from MTR, but Nate was just ready for it.
Great punish counter.
Yes.
And yeah, you get hit by it once, you don't get hit by it again. That's the plan. Safe jump.
Wow, really? Okay, was able to counter in time there. Goes for the overhead.
Good block from Nate Blank. Nate Blanks. Wow, Nate Blanks though. The drive gauge looking low. There he goes. Chips out the drive gauge. And now MTR has to back off a little bit.
MTR is trying to buffer that level 2 super as well. Oh, there it is. Stand strong into super. Do not test this man's reaction.
Oh my goodness, he's so good. Sends up the fireball. And Nate Banks is okay with this. He's gonna make their way forward. Can't. And, oh! Walk forward just like normal, but unfortunately cannot get the parry on it.
This man is just clutching it out, barely staying alive, but here comes corner pressure already from Nate Banks. This has been the start of almost every round.
What a throw.
Sure. Yeah, gets back thrown. Pressure from MTR, lets him not really out of the corner, but no anti-air from MTR.
And MTR just disrespecting the Gladius. Oh my goodness. Great poke into drive rush. Gotta get the simple confirm and across. Resend the command throw. It's looking bad. But will it be
again? That should be it. And Nate Banks taking it 3-1 over MTR. What a set. I mean, it was clear MTR had just a bit of matchup difficulties there, was just, you know, was not checking some of Marissa's pressure, but Nate Banks handled that neutral so well. Like, props to him. Like, he made it look easier than it is. Playing Marissa versus Chun-Li in that neutral can actually be a little bit annoying as Marissa, but especially against a player like MTR. But Nate just finding those openings, finding those low crushes, and finding those jump-ins at like the perfect time too. Like there were a few situations where he wasn't even establishing the jump-in in that matchup and just ends up using it to clutch in and to get in. Because even if Chun-Li ends up blocking it, you know, that's where Marissa's pressure starts. She either wants to be out or she either wants to be in. And Nate just took it 3-1. MTR, great showing so far. I'm sure you earned quite a bit of points there. I believe that's 4th place.
40? Yeah, I think it's 4th place. I think it's either 30 or 35.
Yeah.
And that should be enough to put them on the leaderboard. That being said, it would have been nice to get more, but may have needed another 10 games before they really started making all the adjustments. Because you could see some of them being made, but unfortunately wasn't able to make enough of them. By that last game was just hard respecting the Gladius, and then when you respect Gladius, it gets more and more rough. Is how it goes.
I believe next up, do we have a rematch of last time's grand finals?
I believe so.
We even saw. I think it was the first match we saw today on stream.
It's the run back of a run back.
That's right.
Another Nate Banks Noodle classic coming up here. And again, we are now rounding out to the end of the bracket. So exhaustion is going to start piling up on both players' minds. We're going to see how that affects them as they are preparing to get into it whenever they are at the ready.
Yeah, and last time we saw both these players really dramatically adjust as the set kept going on. You know, we saw a lot of reversals. We saw a lot of level 1 wake-ups from Nate Banks. And Noodle, you know, a Cammy player who loves to play neutral, loves to play slow, but is also never afraid to wake up DP as well, especially against characters like Marissa. And here we go. This is pretty much fighting for that 2nd place spot while Mike X is sitting on winner's side. Noodle versus Nate Banks.
Yeah, and in the last set, Noodle, of course, took this 3-2. Not a very clean win. It was a scrappy fight, that's for sure. Neutral Jump's going to get over the dive kick. And now Nate Banks has the lead, has the pressure, and is going to be playing this game the way they want.
And I love that you said that too, right? Because Nate Banks was, you know, a player that really relies on their momentum, and they got to play a lot of sets, and you can see just the way of how aggressive they're playing and how they're moving forward, that they might be feeling the rhythm after that set against MTR.
Yeah, and it's one of the things you think about as like an out of game meta, where the losers bracket is still playing, they're still getting warm. So the people waiting above them, are they really ready? But it looks like Noodle is ready, going reset after reset, pressure after pressure, cracks Nate Banks' guard, and eventually is able to turn that round around with a drive impact. Great local,
just finding these hits in neutral, doing so well. I mean, last time we saw him just whiff punish with a crouch medium punch. And, you know, 1 or 2 confirms with Cammy, and you're already in the corner, right? That spiral arrow was so much corner carry that Nate Banks has found himself in this situation multiple times.
I'm surprised Noodle is not afraid of these level 2 reversals that have been coming out of Nate Banks. Was meeting twice now. There comes the Superman punch, 1 throw. What's the mix? Great parry, that should be it.
Parry, are you kidding me? Was probably going to cancel straight into level 3 at that point too, but Noodle taking it up 1-0 so convincingly. Oh, come on, look at that. He's just already goes for the reversal.
Beats the unfortunate confirm. Or lack thereof, rather.
Yeah, I like that. Goes for the safe jump setup there. Nate Banks applying the pressure of their own.
Stuck in the corner, 1 command grab. I don't know what he did, but he got scooped, and now he is in the cup.
Punish counter damage? Goodness gracious. Maybe that was just with the base damage. Marissa, so heavy.
Ooh, gets the... Oh, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what he was looking for there by neutral jumping.
I think it's not a bad choice if you have a normal that really reaches down there, but with the quick rise and recovery, what do you expect after neutral jumping their wake up throw tech?
Oh,
great reaction.
Yeah, just was buffering that level 1 there. Says, get off of me. I want to reset this position here. Spin knuckle catch. Are you kidding me with the stand medium kick? Oh my god, Nate Banks. So aware and absolutely looking for that.
Yeah, when you got a great normal like a Tekken back 3, you got to use it just like that to stop the spin knuckles. Nate Banks is going to equalize the sets here, and we're looking at kind of a repeat of set 1.
Both players just jab checking each other back and forth. Stand around that was there from Noodle, but gets the drive impact. Nate Banks' pressure already got him in burnout.
And that's super bad when you're fighting against a character with like Marissa, who just has random plus frames on some pretty good specials, if I may say so.
Yeah, Noodle really trying to jump out. We're seeing a lot of neutral jumps, but gets the drive impact in the corner. That's stun. And let's see, I don't know if there's going to be quite enough to kill. But it will be mix-up away. It will be close.
Oh, it's really close. Gonna make her way in. Wake up throw!
This is bad. This is bad. Gets the drive impact. Noodle's pressure. One more mix-up for both players. That should be enough. Into level 2.
Yeah, and Noodle knew that without the meter, he can safely meaty. It was on Nate Banks to have to hold that pressure. Unfortunately, they took a gamble and will lose the round for it. A round that was in their hands.
Yeah, I mean, Noodle could have even really burnt himself out and only used one bar there, but just wanted to make sure. Says, you know what? I'm not giving Marissa player any chances. Let's just burn the extra bar.
Spinning back knuckles gonna catch as a stagger and caught the wake up parry. Gets hit by the wake up super. That's the first one between these two today in 2 sets.
Both players neutral jumping at the same time. Wow, gets the drive impact on the Superman, but just waiting for it this time. Noodle knew that it was coming eventually.
Yeah, it's surprising because if you do that late, they recover in time. Oh, what a quick round 2 here. Noodle looking like they've made their adjustments and they're ready to close out the set. Nate gonna have to make some more adjustments, but just like in set 1, they did have a really rowdy game 3. We're gonna see if they can change it up in game 4.
Did he just start the round the back roundhouse? What am I watching?
This man has a read. A book is open on Noodle's desk and it says on the cover, Nate Banks.
That was incredible. I don't know what he was looking for, but it worked. But here comes Nate Banks, gets the overhead reset. Even though burnt out, still applying that pressure and moving Noodle all the way to the corner. Oh, this is close. One mixed up away and tries to drive impact, but not enough health there. And also Gladius beats it as well, so really good stuff there. Nate just going coast to coast from the right side of the corner, bringing Noodle to the left while burnt out.
That's insane considering how we started that round. Close the book. You need a new edition. Nate Banks has updated. Oh! Sent back to the corner. What's the mix? One throw. Punish counter for just a little bit more damage. It's a little juicier.
Plus frames again. The Gladius has been working out so well. Oh, the counter!
Oh, there we go. I thought the counter was going to be it. It wasn't. Oh, what a drop!
We can't give Noodle a chance. Cannot give Noodle a chance. Oh, but the jab pressure takes it. Nate tying it up 2-2, having all the right reads in the corner. Are you kidding? Oh my goodness.
Now,
both
if
players bringing it down to the wire.
If I were Mike X, according to our statistics in the World Warrior Series, we don't want Nate Banks coming up because Nate Banks was who eliminated Mike X last tournament. We're gonna see if Nate Banks can carry it all the way through and maybe clinch themselves a win at the end of the tunnel.
Beating out that standing medium kick with the drive impact. You know, quite a slow normal, but goes far. But the Nate Banks has been getting a lot of mileage off of just getting the score. Oh my god, okay, this is so good. Noodle just losing level 1 to get out of there. Still burnt out, but
and there's that anti-air. It's just not that great. Noodle saved from the situation. Again.
Yeah,
don't drop it this time, young man. Boom.
Yeah, that was guaranteed there. I mean, you know, Noodle had no meter to challenge that. Oh, players drive impacting so much. What's going on?
Yeah, these guys starting to fight like good friends now. With a layer of meta between themselves that we don't understand. Unfortunately, does not catch the neutral jump. There it! A jump forward will go right over the cannon spike, and now the tables have turned.
Oh, that was a safe jump, but gets parried there from Noodle. Oh, Noodle, no side swap. That would have been big for him. Mike X holding on, drive impact of his own. Right now, Nate's got the level 3. Any confirm can go straight into level 3 and close out this set.
One throw. That just makes it a little bit easier.
Kidding me? Oh, no confirm. Could have gone into level 3.
And a great jab check from Noodle is going to bring it back to mid-screen. Backdash from Nate Banks. Thinking to throw, but nothing came out. One touch for pretty much both players here, if it's the right kind of touch.
Can't whiff any buns right now. You know, Noodle might be even buffering level 3 right now. To whip punish, there's the crouch medium punch. Are you kidding me?
Right, yeah, that was most certainly a whip punish on a poke. Calling it a poke is disrespect on Noodle's name.
Jab, drive impact again. Noodle getting a lot of mileage off that, but no! Drops the combo! Straight into level 3, look at the damage, and close the burnout.
Wait, that's so much damage.
Corner situation here, just drive rush into throw, Nate. Oh, ready for it this time, Noodle. Imagine he's gonna try and side swap.
Yeah, and they're gonna answer back with a level 3 of their own. Equalize the health, take the corner, and get a lot of that drive gauge back.
What's the mix up here? Drive rush. Oh, tries to just drive rush into throw, but Nate jumps out of the corner. Not gonna be quite enough to kill, but close. Oh, burnt out, and then jump back here. Nate Banks taking it 3/2 against his demon so far. And Mike X is gonna get that run back of last time. Goodness, I have no words, man. What's going on?
That was, what have we called it before? Slobber knocker? A Lollapalooza? The rumble in
it was just
the jungle, depending on stage?
You know, it was so similar to the first time, too, where, like, the later the set went, the larger that drive impact played a role in the matchup. It was so interesting to see Noodle start throwing out drive impacts during a lot of strings, and you know he wasn't doing that at all early in the set. And man, Nate Banks just clutching it out. That dude is so solid. I'm telling you, the more that dude plays, I feel like in the first to tens, Nate Banks might be a very scary player because he just plays better the longer the set is. And
I think Marissa might be a very, very sick first to 10 character. Just who are you going to be more exhausted fighting against, right?
That's
you
true.
can play a long drawn out neutral game, but at a pace that you're comfortable with, or you can just be run ragged by someone who armors through something and then command grabs you, and now half your health is gone. That's Marissa for you, and that's Nate Banks playing kind of. They've adjusted here and there, but their identity is generally the same here, and we're gonna see that show up against Mike X, who might be wanting that run back from last time World War II for Canada West. But before we get there, I want to show you guys something here. The Matcherino.
That's right.
If you noticed, we had it posted up by Dude Dang there. Thank you, Papa Knuckle Do, for clicking that link, and for you guys for clicking these codes, because every donation matters, and it all goes to our players for tonight. 132.94 is on the board. That's a pretty nice steak, probably a lobster with a little bit of butter on the side. Extra butter if you're that kind of person. Ooh, Mexdedos. Yeah, I know some of these names. I know a lot of these names, actually. Shout outs to you guys. Much love, and of course to the direct contributions. Much love to you guys as well. Aaron Phillips, and there was a couple more. We had it at 69 once, and it was very nice. But that's the Matcherino. There are still 32 codes remaining, and I know there might be more than 32 people in that chat. So please, a couple of clicks will get rid of all those codes and sending off to those players for a great time tonight. And of those players who will be receiving it, we have Mike X versus Nate Banks, who's probably really warm. It's dramatic. It's dramatic.
Yeah, no, that was a nice spawn. You got me scared there. It's right. We have grand finals coming up next, but before we do that, we're gonna take a very short break. Don't go anywhere, because we'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back to Capcom World Warrior Canada West. In one corner, it's Mike X, the God. In the other corner, it's Nate Banks. This is a run back from Canada West 2 with Mike X in winner's side, Nate Banks to win 2. These players have been waiting. It's getting late in the night and they want to scrap it out. So let's get back in there between Mike X and Nate Banks whenever they are ready.
Listen, I am not one to stir any drama, but I do know there were some words exchanged the last time these two played, and it is so exciting to see them both here in grand finals to see if Mike X can get that run back. I mean, Mike X has looked unbeatable so far.
Mike X looks so strong.
This Luke is looking better every week that we see it, and you know he's sitting comfy on winner's side here. So if any of you guys don't know, in sitting in grand finals, Nate Banks is gonna have to win 2 sets to win this entire tournament. So that's 3. That's 2 first to 3s, which is gonna be a little bit tough against a player of Mike X's caliber.
Yeah, and I was saying before the break, Marissa being a great first to 10 character because the frustration builds up. Marissa is a frustrating character to play against. So when you feel like you have a game plan and it just fizzles because this character did something you weren't expecting, I can feel the frustration. Trade here after the Superman punch. Trade here playing neutral. They are swinging.
You can see the emotion. I love to see it. Let's go. Grand finals.
Now I didn't recall what the score was between these two players in the last tournament. I just remember it being a tight set, and Nate Banks was kind of playing out of their mind, to be quite honest. Gonna see if they can keep it up for up towards 6 games, maybe even 10. Ooh, jab.
Yeah, Mike X really respecting the wake-up option, the perfect parry here. Not going to be a lot of damage, but I love the drive impact option, opting to just burn that meter on Nate Banks' side, and that's going to be stunned.
Yeah, and the way people have been evolving their usage of drive impact has been getting more and more, I want to say degenerate, but it's not really that degenerate. More so, it's just it's a are you awake kind of situation. Yeah. And you really got to be awake because it's a dangerous thing to get hit by when you're not ready, especially at the wall.
No, that's right. A lot of players now utilizing it to also drain their opponent's meter, right? Because it's one of those moves that can help you, have burnout against your opponent. Look at this pressure here from Mike X. Doesn't care, but a drive impact reversal there from Nate Banks. This is going to be some plus frames. No, that's a level 3. I think he blocked it. Gets the parry. Look at this damage here.
Yeah, I wonder about Oh, I had a thought, but it's okay. We can figure. I can watch the VODs and have that thought later. Oh my goodness!
Walked him, had one combo and walked him into the corner. Nate Banks tying it up 1-1 and sitting on 3 meters here.
One scoop goes for another, but the ice cream is a little too far away.
Ooh, this time, yeah, he's ready for it. Oh, actually opting to not go for a back throw. I would have liked to see the back throw as an option, but still gets the side switch there for Mike X.
Yeah, and there it is. We saw Nate Banks try in the last set with the neutral jump into the button, but Mike X shows how it can work. Neutral jump into a very low-hitting aerial.
Here comes level 2. Not going to be quite enough to kill, though, but the reversal is there as an option. No, tries to jump out. No answer from Mike X.
No punish on the parry.
Whoa.
Mike X just wants to play a little bit of neutral. He knows that he doesn't need to overextend because one sandblast and a half will kill Nate Banks. And
oh, is that enough? That should be enough. He can go into level 3. That's it. Nate Banks brings him coast to coast, taking the first match.
Remember how I said it's a little frustrating when you have a game plan and it just all goes awry in one touch? That's it. That's what you're looking at right now. Nate Banks takes the first one on a game that they were kind of dead to rights at. Full range sandblasts in the wind, but oh my goodness. Great jump.
Yeah. Calling out some of these throw options here, getting the maximum punish. Here comes the throw loop.
Oh my goodness. It's a spacing trap. Oh,
yeah, that might be enough there into level 1. Just maybe enough.
Oh,
just a small sliver. It's going to be tough, though. Nate Banks to be fighting for his life to get this. But if there's one character that's never out of it, it's this one. Plus frames here. Oh, and this
great
time,
DP.
yeah, challenges with the light DP. Yeah, good stuff there on Mike X.
Honestly, with the few Superman punches and strings, there was a little bit of meter built. So not a total loss, but you got how you use your meter, of course. You gotta show me it was worth it. Towards the corner, dash up, tries to walk back, maybe bait a throw. Oh no, they were still in the air.
Yeah, lands the perfect parry, maybe punished a little bit too early or have to go for a different option. Mike X is gonna definitely take advantage of that, trying to bait the level 3s. You see Mike X dashing forward and walking back a lot, knows that Nate's the player who will always rely on those reversals when they have them.
Great block in the overhead, but only need a couple of these to really turn it around. What a catch!
Yeah, the stand short check was so good there. Mike X tying it up 1-1. Nate Banks was sitting, I believe, on a full bar of meter too. Just wanted to save everything they could for the next one, but there was no next round. We're at a tie game.
Using the sand blast just to pester and even make their approach. One throw. Oh, these boys are swinging. Great armor. And it's gonna take your turn, but Mike X doesn't care. Your turn, I'm just gonna flip the board around. It's all good. Scullular. There's no more reception.
Yeah, got all the meaty setups right now. Mike X trying to go for the throw loop, but Nate Banks with a good back throw here. This is the positioning that he wanted. Jump back jab.
Yeah, the jump back jab is a great air to air. You might not have great anti-airs, but if you can get something to keep them into position, an air to air would be great. Jumps over the Superman punch. And now Mike X is feeling good, I would think.
Yeah, Nate Banks just letting him out a little bit too easy there. You can see Mike X actually playing neutral and really trying to whiff punish some of those Gladiuses and just stay out of that crouch strong range using his own crouch strong. And it's been giving, Nate Banks a bit of trouble here in this neutral. Just as I say that, he also gets anti-aired.
Ooh, it's a throw. Every time you get thrown for what occurs, I think it might be not that bad just because the throws don't deal too much damage. But he isn't burnout. It's pretty bad now. Punish counter. Air tech jab? This man has no chance.
Nate has to respect the level 3 option though. Even though he's in burnt out, there's still that reversal super. Just as I say it, that should be enough to close it out. Raw level 3. It looks like Mike X is up 2-0. 2-1, sorry.
2-1, and Nate Banks needs to make a play here. Otherwise, we are going to have ourselves a very short grand finals and a very, very long-awaited run back from Mike X.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think that, Nate Banks had to have been thinking about that level 3. We've seen Mike X is not afraid to reversal super, wake up super, and especially use it when burnout, which is a totally viable option. So really surprised that Nate Banks really fell for that trap.
Ooh, backdash out of the throw. We've seen Nate Banks use it a lot. Honestly, more than I would think someone would do it. For parry. And yeah, they land on the ground just in time for this combo. Might not do a lot, but since they're already at the corner, you can cash up for as much as you want.
Oh my goodness, yeah, right now the corner pressure respecting the wake up option and gets the counter hit crouch strong.
Yeah, trying to find opportunities to challenge, but not really getting it. Able recovers in time for the block. There's another one. Here's the punish counter. Ooh. Oh, not enough for level 3. So death is not on the line. No.
Yeah, caught with the throw. Tried to reset, but Mike X was definitely churning the butter. He was definitely buffering there. And man, what great awareness there from Mike X, just to realize that, hey, Nate's going to want to reset me.
Oh, towards the corner. A little perfect if I may say so.
Oh,
no
really?
Way.
No, Nate Banks getting a little bit desperate here. Going for the full roundhouse combo. Oh, into level 3. Yes, sir. Not going to be quite enough to finish, I don't think, but
there's
very,
no
very close.
But if there was a hill to dig yourself into, a grave to lie down in, a bed that was me. That was it right there.
Yeah, just gets hit by the standing medium kick, and Mike X taking it over Nate Banks 3-1. Very convincingly, man.
They played hot today. That was very good from them.
Really,
Actually,
yeah.
If you look at the bracket for them, it's pretty decisive. 3-0 Lucy. 3-0 Noodle. 3-1 against Nate Banks. Really, only person to put a scratch on him today was Nate Banks.
The fact that Mike X also 3-0 Noodle is like shocking to me too. Like it just goes to show how much he's improved, how strong this Luke is looking, and how much of a threat that Mike X is going to be in this World Warrior Canada West bracket moving forward.
We definitely should have known that they were going to be a problem. Always placing third, but not placing third very safely, you know. They were always in contention to be able to take second from someone. This time around, they just skipped second, went to first. That's the that's the money right there. Mike X, of course. I really wonder if they were a Ken main when they first started, because their Luke looks so clean now, and it makes me forget that they played Ken in the first place.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just a part of fighting games is soul searching, right? And you got to try out every character until you find your soulmate. And it seems like Luke just really fits his style. He likes to control space. He loves his corner pressure. Like he's really solid at, you know, even if he's not going for Oki on wake up, he's really good at just backing off if he's expecting a reversal and just controlling that small mid-range so well with that crouch strong and just being patient. And I feel like that worked out for him so well, where this time he took a lot less risks this time in the bracket and really let their opponent wake up. And it gave, you know, trouble to players like Nate Banks, who were reversal wake up supering and trying to really get out of the corner, because he was backing off. He was making that perfect space to not let them jump out and also not let them reversal. So then again, drive impact was in the equation, the strong bunts from Luke were in the equation, and we're not even talking about how good the sand blasts are from Luke.
And even when they were playing well and safe, they weren't afraid of taking a risk. They weren't afraid of throwing in a cheeky reset here or a cheeky drive impact there. And that's kind of the sauce, right? You want enough safe play to make your opponent know that you can play that way, and you want enough grime. You know, it's like having a little bit of oil with your meal, right? Sometimes the deep fried is good when you have the classy stuff.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where I'm seeing Mike X's right now. So we're trying to set up everything right now for a winner's interview. But while we're hanging out here, I'd like to shuffle everyone over to the match arena for one last time. While we are setting up this interview, the match arena, of course, at 133.94, we claimed like 7 more codes. Shouts to you guys. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing. 28 codes remain until I don't know if it's like the end of the day or until the end of the stream, but it exists. It's there. Feel free. The money here all goes towards the players, not to us. As much as I'd like a very nice dinner, I will go buy my own.
Yeah, this is a great little bonus prize pool for all the players participating. Of course, there's even a much larger prize pool for the winner of the World Warrior. I believe last time Suika was doing what the conversion was in Canadian Monopoly money.
It is 1 day rent in Toronto.
Yeah, 1 day rent in Toronto. That's right. And of course, we're on our journey to find the qualifier on West Coast Canada's side to compete at Capcom Cup, which is a $2 million prize, and any kind of help helps them out. So we have a interview lined up here with our winner, Mike X the God, who has not dropped a single set. But before that, we're going to take a very quick break. We'll see you in a little bit.